Greetings, space explorers and gaming enthusiasts. Get ready to embark on an interstellar voyage as we delve into the highly anticipated world of Starfield. From cosmic mysteries to uncharted planets, we're here to uncover every detail about this epic journey. Whether you're a seasoned astronaut or new to the cosmos, there's something here for everyone. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to join us on this stellar adventure. Without further ado, let's jump into the universe of Starfield. Can you customize your character? During 2023's Xbox Game Showcase, we got our best look at Starfield's character customization features yet. It was described as being Bethesda's simplest one it has designed so far, in that it offers a lot of features, but under clear and easy to understand controls. You start your character creation journey as if cycling through employee records. From there, it's a case of choosing from 40 presets as a start point. Then, body, face and background are chosen. Your background will come up constantly in the story, but not always where you'd expect. You may choose Beast Hunter, which will give you access to additional contracts. There's one that sets you up as a chef, which unlocks unique dialogue options. You can go as deep as you'd like with this, or simply paint in the broad strokes before getting quickly into the game. Skills and traits. Backgrounds offer 3 starting skills each. For example, picking Dueling awards 10% extra melee damage, while Gastronomy lets you create unique food and drinks, alongside researching further recipes. Meanwhile, traits can shape your personality, so if you choose the Extrovert trait for example, you'll have more endurance when traveling with companions, and less when alone. Unsurprisingly, this can't be mixed with the Introvert trait, which does the opposite. Traits appear to have both positive and negative effects associated with them. The skill tree in Starfield is solid into 5 sections: physical, combat, science, tech and social. Each time you level up, you get a skill point to spend. Each skill has ranks associated with it. Ranking up a skill makes its effects more potent, but you'll need to complete set challenges to reach the next rank for each. There are 4 ranks per skill. Skills shown off so far include classics like Intimidation and Hacking, as well as more unique skills like Xenosociology, which lets you mind control aliens. Another might increase the performance of your boost pack, and of course there's plenty of skills that are focused on stealth and pickpocketing as well. Can you customize your ship? The most recent presentation also gave us our first real look at ship customization too, which we know is modular. You can piece entire sections together, swapping out core components like cockpits, engines, and more, and it seems that there's no need to individually craft those parts. It looks like we'll buy these from individual vendors across different locations. There appears to be quite a bit of freedom when putting together ships. In the gameplay deep dive, there were ships themed after animals, giant ring ships, as well as more classic-looking, sleek cruisers. Ship customization doesn't just stop at external design, as there's also different options for interiors. It seems that each of the different vendors that you can buy ship parts from has their own design aesthetic. These vary subtly, but do give each ship its own personality and atmosphere. How does combat work? The bulk of the combat that you will be experiencing while playing Starfield is classic third or first-person shooting. From what we've seen, things are much faster and snappier than what we got in the Fallout games, and there's plenty of gadgets, explosives and tech to assist in dispatching enemies. It's clear that enemy outposts will need to be cleared out, and that some planets will be home to dangerous flora and fauna. There's also ship combat, which relies on a mix of shooting and power allocation. During a battle, you could, for example, boost power to engines to close the gap between your ship and an enemy's. Power can then be directed into weapons, and then to shields as you duck out to regroup. There are skills associated with ship combat, which you'll absolutely need if you'd like to fend off pirates and enemy factions. What is Starfield about? Starfield promises a grand spacefaring adventure across the vast universe, set 300 years into our future. After a few initial missions, our protagonist gets invited to join Constellation, the last group of space explorers. We'll be meeting them in the United Colony's capital city, New Atlantis, tasked with searching for artifacts across the settled systems. Are there factions? Unsurprisingly, there's rival groups with separate goals, like the Crimson Fleet, who it seems we'll be frequently clashing with. Previous videos from Bethesda have also confirmed the existence of violent spacers, ecliptic mercenaries, and fanatical religious zealots of House Varun. Following a past war with the United Colonies, the Freestar Collective marks the other major faction within the settled systems, and both currently maintain an uneasy peace. Controlling 3 star systems, Freestar uses the walled Aquila city as its capital, which keeps out alien predators that are a cross between a wolf and a velociraptor. Then we have Neon, a pleasure city created by the Xenofresh Corporation. Having created a unique psychotropic drug, Aurora, it's now a popular tourist spot. Depending on the background, skills and traits you have for your character, you will be able to interact with factions in different ways. We've already seen scenarios where pirates stand down because your character happens to be of the same religion, so hopefully there's plenty more ways to interact with factions. Is Starfield as big as Skyrim? Starfield takes place across 1,000 fully explorable planets between 100 star systems, and 4 major cities. Including New Atlantis, we currently know about 3 of them. In terms of how it compares to other Bethesda games, it's difficult to say. New Atlantis is the largest singular area that the studio has worked on, and when you add up all of the procedural planets and area that you can visit, Starfield is likely a much bigger game than Skyrim. Because of its fragmented nature, Starfield isn't as straightforward to measure in terms of map size. It's more like an interconnected mass of linked hub areas, planets and space. It's clear that it is indeed a huge game, though we'll have to get our hands on it to say just how big it is when all of its parts are added together. Starfield is the first new IP from renowned developer Bethesda Game Studios since The Elder Scrolls debuted in 1994. That alone comes with lofty expectations, not to mention that the space-set RPG has become a critical release for Xbox following the disappointment of Redfall and the sparse first-party Xbox Series X lineup before it. From its all-new setting to its familiar Bethesda RPG mechanics, there's a lot to unpack within Starfield as we approach its September 6th release. So we've put together this comprehensive overview of everything we know about Starfield, including the latest information on platforms, price, gameplay, story, map size, game length, DLC, and more.